Greetings from Ellyrian's command couch. Since it has been a few years and some of the maps have changed, we also have added new ones, and we wanted to bring you back for a fresh take on everything that we've got going on here. Today, we will be revisiting our maps of the Calgary Battletech League. We still have a mix of paper and neoprene maps. With 14 paper and 23 neoprene, we strive for diversity of our arenas. That is, if we can get a hold of a neoprene copy of Lunar Met Base. If anybody has any recommendations for that, let us know. We are using a paper copy until we can get that one in neoprene. Let's start with the good old paper map sets that we use, though.
Arena number 1, Dead Man's Flats.
This is two Grasslands 3 maps laid out side by side. As such, there's lots of travel lanes for your ground forces to move, and lots of hills with woods. There are a few places where you can break line of sight if you need to, but for the most part, a very basic map.
Arena number 2, Deathly Desert.
Two copies of Desert 1 map side by side make this arena. Another really basic map. This one has no elevations at all. Flatlands, here you come. With clumps of light trees and some heavy trees, this map will see tons of engagement, and a savvy player can use this to their advantage.
Arena number 3, Outlaws Ranch.
Following the trend, this arena is comprised of double Desert number 2 maps. Big surprise there. Side by side, like this, we see two copies with the same separative hills and trees. This map will encourage lots of range engagements.
Arena number 4, The Foothills.
A real throwback map, this arena is two copies of the 1998 Woodland map. This classic FASA woodland map is sure to strike nostalgic chords in all our senior players. We have deep woods and deep hills, which will favor jumpers and or make for a very slow engagement one way or the other.
Arena number 5, The Road in the Hills.
The classic Battle Force 2 map. The road will wander from side A to side B and between the hills. Left side deployment crosses the stream sooner, while the right side deployment will have to cross the stream more midfield, if at all.
Arena number 6, The Ghost Lake.
Ooh, spooky. There's a wide river on the left-hand side and two large lakes on the right hand. There is so much level 0 and level 1 water on this arena. On the left is a kill box, while the right side deployment benefits from a hill just before the crossing of the water.
Arena number 7, The Gravel Experience.
Also known as Patchwork. This is the map that is out of the Target exclusive beginners box or available from the Solaris 7 expansion game set if you ever had that. For simplicity's sake, we will treat gravel as rough hexes. As such, this map is flat, gravelly, with some trees. Have fun!
Arena number 8, The Barren Lands.
The left side is Barren Lands number 2, while the right side is Barren Lands number 1. With lots of open desert and sand dunes, this is going to be great for this arena. There is also some rough and rubble to make sure things are interesting.
Arena number 9, The Rolling Hills.
Surprise, surprise! Two copies of the Rolling Hills, number 2, make up this arena. The grassy hills with lots of trees mean this is a very honest game of classic Battletech to be had.
Arena number 10, The Unending Hills.
Left side deployment is the Grasslands number 3, while the right side deployment is Rolling Hills number 1. It's green, lots of green, some trees, and different mobility due to the hills. Hope you have some jumping mechs on this map.
Arena number 11, the Arrow Base.
Shockingly in service this arena is Arrow Base number 1 and number 2. Back from retirement, this visually appealing map has lots of paved runways with buildings along the edges. There are lots of options for dueling at range. It's mostly an open map though. Have a good day.
Arena number 12, Desert Oasis.
This arena is 2 copies of the Oasis map. This is a mirror match at its finest. Some flat hills, some water, with trees, and a pair of buildings. You can stand on them in League because they are infinitely tough and cannot be destroyed, so have at her.
Arena number 13, the Forward Base.
The left deployment consists of the forward base map, while the right side deployment is the River Command Center. So much line of sight blocking on this arena, as there are walls. There's also places where you can slip on the pavement, so please be familiar with your skating rules.
Arena number 14, Lakes and Streams.
Left deployment is the Streams map, while the right deployment is the Lakes map. We couldn't name this Streams and Lakes, it just didn't sound right, so suck it up with how it's deployed instead of how it's written. Mostly, this is depth 0 and depth 1 water, combined with some basic rolling hills. Enjoy the map, it's actually pretty fun to play on.
Arena number 15, Lunar Bullshit.
Lunar Bullshit map is one of our most popular favorite maps. Everybody loves to hate playing on it. It has been out of print on neoprene forever. We want to get neoprene copies of it, multiple. It is the last of our paper mechs this season, which we will be replacing as soon as we can. We made one minor adjustment on this map though. The underground tunnel tiles are treated as level 1 hallways or overground walkways instead of flat terrain. So there's lots of open with one giant aggro dome to stand on. Otherwise, there are some places where you can get partial cover and where you have to go up and over walls to get across the map.
Arena number 16, Caustic Valley.
This is where we start to get into our neoprene maps. A very, very yellow map. Treat the purple depths as normal water, please. No trees, but lots of level 5 elevations to break things up.
Map number 17, The Mines.
This arena encourages a brawl in the middle. You may see an aggressive player push the fight into the left-hand side as well, but we expect most to end up in the middle playing cat and mouse.
Arena number 18, the River Delta.
A very restricted deployment on the left-hand side. This arena has lots of trees and lots of depth 0 water with a good amount of depth 1 water as well. This map has a fairly open midfield.
Arena number 19, Grasslands Sea.
Hills and very few trees make a basic chase the rabbit experience for this arena.
Arena number 20, the Desert.
A very traditional map, rolling hills, with some elevated trees, letting you play honest Battletech.
Arena 21, the Radis River Delta.
Rivers and hills and trees, oh my! This is one of the more challenging maps to keep things consistent. Please treat swamp as water of the same depth that you would see it on the map, and mud will be treated as rubble.
Arena 22, the head smashed in Falcon Jump.
One of the very first maps that got paid to be renamed by one of our players, thank you Beaton, also known as the Devil's Bath. We bring you The hoodoos. Pillars of line of sight blocking rocks will make this intense, elevated experience exciting for you. You can't get back up on them once you're off. Should be fun. Geysers and hot mud will be treated as rubble. Look at it like a bunch of sinkholes. Please also remember to add +1 additional heat for each hex traveled through, and if you end in one of these hexes, add +2 heat per turn. This is the hot mud and geysers hexes.
Arena 23, the Mountain Lakes.
This big, open midfield will have lots of fun. Deploying on the left side could maybe have a perch on a hill, while a right side deployment must cross the river.
Arena 24, Large Lakes.
So much water. Almost half of the arena is made up of some kind of water. Hydroplaning skill, anyone? There's a fair amount of hills as well, though, for those of you packing light gauze rifles or Clan ER lasers to not have to get your feet wet.
Arena 25, Grasslands A.
Okay, this map needs a more appropriate name. We do take donations to rename maps. Please keep it universe appropriate. Back to the map though. One of the first neoprene maps available. Hills, woods, and open lanes to run around and gun.
Arena 26, Lake Loci.
Hey Clanners, remember landing here and how that went? This historical map can be fun to play on. Left side deployment starts with some water. The elevations increase as you head to the right side though. There are lots of open little trees around the map to use to take temporary cover.
Arena 27, Kozais Valley.
Another historical map. We have so many blind spots, it's like you looked at the sun for too long and are seeing spots. Trees, water, but mostly balanced all around.
Arena 28, we have the Bloody Basin.
While this arena can be hard on the eyes, it has hills and lots of open spaces, with a few sub-levels to break things up. You will want to be paying attention and looking at these hexes to make sure you're playing the map appropriately and not finding yourself stuck somewhere that you didn't expect to be.
Arena 29, Tundra.
A wonderful map. I find it balanced with trees and hills. It has different shades other than brown and green, and most importantly, it's easy to move around so you can engage with your opponent. Just a fun map to play on.
Arena 30, Savannah.
Another of the first generation neoprene maps. We have plains, trees, and hills. It is balanced, standard map with nothing special about it. But also that means there's nothing tricky about this map. Enjoy your game.
Arena 31, the Plains of Curtains.
If you're unfamiliar with this map, it's because it's never been seen before and is one of the historical Jade Falcon defeats from the novels, with a great story behind it. The arena is kind of boring though. No trees, very open. We expected to see some higher turn counts on this map this year.
Arena 32, the Business District.
Released with the Mercenaries launch, we have a park on one side and a city on the other. Walls, city streets, and your opponent will combine to make this interesting. Please be familiar with skidding rules.
Arena 33, Plaza.
Did someone ask for buildings? This map has them. This means lots of block line of sight, lots of pavement. You will want to be as able to get across the arena as possible in this one to engage your opponent. Run in straight lines or continue trudging along slowly will be a hindrance and your opponent may have an advantage.
Arena 34, Central Park.
Are your friends here? Does everyone know your name? No? Well, that's okay. Just play some Battletech. This arena has a courtyard of death that will be enjoyed by the right side deployment. They'll likely charge forward into it, as they have no cover to start with.
Arena 35, Thunder Rift.
Yes, you heard that right. If you read the Grey Death Legion books, this famous location is now an arena, one of our maps for you to enjoy. It is important, so you want to pay attention on this map. And this map only. Please deploy on the second full hex row and not on the first full hex row as per normal. This map is essentially a cave setting. Enjoy it, expect it, no slipping, no sliding, but very restricted lines of movement.
Arena 36, Alpine Adventures.
Just another hills map. Only 5 hexes on the entire map have trees though. Otherwise, a surprising amount of block line of sight if you are paying attention. You can enjoy it. If you're not paying attention, you're going to find all of a sudden you can't shoot at what you thought you were going to. Please pay attention on this map.
Arena 37, the Badlands.
We included this arena as we strive to get to 40 in total. One side is very open, the other has lots of elevations to climb. Pick your battle style, then hopefully pick your side. This map might be bribery adjacent. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Ellyrian's Command Couch, where we talk about things, strategy, tactics, or where we believe you just need to know things, like how to play the game, what our maps are, and other strange little topics like that that may help you enjoy Battletech a little bit more. Tell your friends, tell your frenemies, and above all, we look forward to our next exciting season here, starting very shortly. See you soon, and look forward to those announcements.